Hello everybody. It's time to tier list. As you've probably found out from the wondrous title of this video, this is a tier list of my completed worlds. Not all of them. Yeah, actually yes, this is all of my completed worlds. I know that's depressing, okay? You don't have to rub it in. And among these pictures are some highlights and some not so highlights. Now, if you don't know how a tier list works, allow me to give you just an explanation, just a great explanation, okay? So, like, this good, this bad, things go rows. Thank you. In all seriousness, good, so S to D. S basically being, like, the best stuff, so I'll put all the best stuff in this row, and then all the worst stuff in this row, and then, like, this is in between and stuff, this is okay, this is pretty bad, or whatever. And I'll rank them based off of, you know, the time it took, how much I like the world, the impact it had, if it had an impact. Spoiler alert, some of them did. The originality, just the idea, you know, the world itself, the amount of items, just a ton of stuff. To put them in a general category. Guys, this is Editor Pixel here, and I am realizing, watching this back, that I did not take any of these things into account, except for my opinion and how much I liked it. S is gonna be, like, my favorites. So, like, the best of the best. Like, this is my current best, one of the best worlds that I have. A is gonna be, you know, second to that. It's not the best, but it's almost the best. B is gonna be, you know, just my good worlds. Like, I like them. They have a special place in my heart, but they're not, like, my favorite. C is gonna be, like, my average world. Like, you know, just okay. They're a world. They exist. And D is gonna be in, for some worlds that I didn't like too much. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. Alright, so, number 1. First world, I think it's out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15 completed worlds. Our first one is my first completed world, Plant Palace. Of course, there will be gameplay footage on screen because this is too tiny an image. I'm not too fond of it, which is weird considering it's my first completed. It wasn't my first build. It was my first completed world, and it's not. I don't really like it. It's not. No, it wasn't good for the time. It's not really that good at all. The aesthetic is a little cool, but like I don't really like it. I'm not too fond of it. We're gonna pop it in average. Just because it was the first world, it gets that ranking. Otherwise, it would be in D. All right, next we have Troll. I think this is, yeah, Troll Dwelling. This world is, like, old, and it's forgotten, and I don't like it. Like, it's not a good world. I made this trying to rank up to Advanced Builder, because I was really desperate for ranking up at the time. I don't know why. I'm still an Advanced Builder. We're not gonna talk about that. It's not good. It's not, the ground looks okay, right? Like there's, you know, the ground, the rocks and the grass on the ground look okay. The idea of it is okay, just a big rock with a troll and his warthog just chilling on it. It's okay. Again, not too great. It's not, is it good? I don't even know if it's worthy of good. Like, it's okay, you know? Yeah, I'll put it, you know what, for now, I'll put it in good. It's worthy of the good tier. It's worthy of B. Okay, this is what I like to see. Nimbus, you already know where this is going. Probably my first good world. It got me to Advanced Builder, which is where I still am. We're not gonna talk about that. It got me there. It was the first completed challenge, the Micro Island Challenge. Not only that, it was the first winner of the Micro Island Challenge, which is, like, pretty cool, not gonna lie. So that's already really sick. It's a featured world. I think it's the only one of my worlds to be featured, which is absolutely insane. The decoration and the detail in it, I feel like, still holds up to this day. So this world is so, it's my favorite world by far. It's not my best world, I don't think, but it's definitely my favorite. So that's why it's most definitely deserving of the S here. Oh, dang. Next up, we got Viridi, which, I like this world. I don't think... Is it where... It's like right on the verge between S and A. Like, it could be S. I really like it. But it doesn't... Well, does it have... I don't know. Does it have the same touches as... It's probably a better build than Nimbus. It won the second... It was second place in the second challenge for the one shade challenge, and my shade was green, as if you couldn't tell. I like this world. I think it had a lot of cool... It was using palm trees as grass sunken into the ground. That made this build, pretty much, because that was all the ground was just a bunch of lush palm tree branches. The lighting looks really nice. You know, yeah, I think I'm gonna pop it in S. It's not as good as Nimbus, but it's definitely there. So it's one of my favorite worlds. Oh no. So next we have what's this world called? What's it called? Oh no, I'm not remembering. Formidulosis. A lot of these names are Latin. We're not going to talk about that. I don't know why. Latin is just cool. This was the spooky build, and while it may not look very stellar from this angle, the gameplay will show you otherwise, as it was meant to be a first-person build. So, like, entirely first-person. And, like, you would start at the beginning, and then you would navigate throughout it and visit a bunch of spooky scenes and places. And, personally, I really like this world. Except for the fact that it got disqualified. Because it was too big! I'm still mad about that. I'm still mad about that. I'm still salty because I didn't pay attention to the size limit. I forgot that was a thing, and I hate myself for it. Now, besides that, it's a cool world. In every scene, I don't know if you know this, but in every scene, there is a doll hidden somewhere, like a special doll hidden somewhere. If you want to visit it, the world name is Formidulosis, text on screen showing that, because big name. See if you can find all the dolls. It's, you know, I like this world. It's a good world, but it's just not, like, the idea was really there. I don't think anybody had done a map like this where you go through and visit different scenes in first person. So the idea was really there. It's just, I'm still kind of salty that it got disqualified. 100% my fault, of course. Not anybody's fault except mine, because I didn't pay attention to anything. But that's besides the point. The world is pretty cool. I like it. So I'm gonna put it in A, in like the best category, because while it's not deserving of up here and not bad enough to be here, I'm fond of it. I like it. I think it goes there. Actually, hold on. In comparison to this next world, I'm not sure if I want it to go here or here. You know, yeah, I'll keep it here. I can always move it around later. This is my video. I choose what to do. Primus Homo. That is Latin for first person, which is the first person challenge build, which came directly after this one. Right after I made a build for first person, came a challenge for first person, where the entire world was pretty much made to be viewed in first person, as from the outside it would look weird. This doesn't look too weird from the outside, but it certainly looks way better in first person. And this world is amazing. I love this world. Only 3 people participated in this challenge, which I was very surprised about, because if you were to send it out today, like put the challenge out today, I'm sure it would gain a lot more participants, because this challenge was really fun. I loved making this world. So, gameplay on screen, of course. There's each you know, waterfall sends you into a different scene. With the first one being like a summer forest, then an autumn forest, then a winter forest. Then you enter the western world, then you go to like a Japanese garden, a cherry tree garden. You enter a dark cave, a Halloween themed area, a Christmas area, and then like a gate, I think, guarded by some wizards, if I'm not mistaken. Because there is a hidden wizard in each world. I don't know what is it between these two, Formidulosis and Primus Homo, but I hid things in both of them. This one is a bit more, Primus Homo is a bit more, you know, like, this one took a lot more effort to find the wizards, because the doll one you just had to look around. This one you actually had to parkour sometimes, or chop down a tree, stand on top of it while it rose up. You can't do that anymore, sadly, I don't think, but this world, it's okay. I like it, the detail is there, but it's just, I don't know, I remember it not pleasing me as much as it should have when it was done. Like, I finished it and I felt like parts of it and bits of it were rushed. So I really want to put it here, but I think just it started off really strong, and then after the Western world area, it just kind of dipped in quality, and I didn't really feel it after that. So I'm gonna put it in good. It's definitely not bad enough to go in average, but it's good. It's worthy of the B tier. Okay, Shivra. I don't like this world. It started off so strong. I had a boat that was filled with snowmen, and, like, a tower in the middle with the Snowman King. It was gonna be like this whole snow palace and snow island where the snow people thrive. And it was for Christmas, for the Christmas build. It didn't work at all because I forgot about it, or I forgot when the deadline was, and then I remembered, like, an hour before it was supposed to be submitted. So I just spammed a ton of houses. Well, not in a weird way. I nicely spammed houses and added some decoration, but it didn't turn out nearly as nice as I would have liked it to. And, of course, again, my fault. Nobody else's fault that I forgot to do it, but it's just... I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Moon Lost. I love this world. I think this world is very, very great. I remember people really liked the spires of rock that I did, which wasn't too hard to do. So I don't know why people found that so impressive, but I think the whole world looks amazing. The ground, like the detail on the ground is like really fun. Like, I love all the ground detail. I think it's really sick. I did sink a lot of crops into it to make it look really natural, so never mind. The ground on this is fine. The mounds look amazing. There's a ton of different scenes. There's like a bunch of stories being told. Like, one of them, if you make it night mode, the saloon becomes a disco. And at one part, there's what do you call it? Like a princess or something tied up on the tracks, like, by bandits, which is a classic Western thing. And then there's a saloon, not a saloon. What do you call it? A water tower being burned down by bandits. There's people riding horses through the town. There's stuff being stored. There's like a native encampment, but it's full of zombies. It's like, this world has so much to it, and I love it. Highly recommend that you check this one out. This is probably one of my best worlds. I'm gonna put it, nothing beats Nimbus, so I'm gonna put it right behind Nimbus and leave Veridi right behind it. And now that I'm thinking about that, I'm gonna move this one in front of this one as well. But yes, I adore Moon Lost, one of my favorite worlds by far. I see this next one, and I know exactly where to put it. Bop! Actually, hold on, no, we're gonna... Is it better than Moon Lost? Is it I'm gonna go with yes. Just for the sheer size of it and the detail, I'm gonna put it ahead of Moon Lost. Just because it's so good. Imperium Heroicis is so good. I love it. It's amazing. This video is just me praising my own builds. The detail, like all in Hydra Extreme's words, just a cluster of castles. I keep calling him Hydra Extreme. His name is Nathan Hydra now. Lucas, get over this. His name's Nathan Hydra now. In Nathan Hydra's words, or I could just say Nathan, I guess. In Nathan's words, a cluster of castles, and I love it. A cluster of castle pieces. I love it. It's so true. Because it's just a ton of castle pieces just randomly thrown together. But it looks so good. Like, it's just so haphazard that it ends up looking nice. And then the two towers at the top. The detail in the barracks and the marketplace. And then, like, the bridges everywhere. The docks. Like, I love this world. Just, it doesn't have too much small detail besides, like, the marketplace area and the garden in the back. But just the landscaping, which was not done by me. It was done by, I believe it was BRDSK. But someone did the landscaping for this challenge, and you got to choose which one you wanted. And I love the landscape combined with this castle. Because there used to be a huge mountain where the big part of the castle is. But I said, no, we're going to build a castle into the mountain. And I love that. And the castle looks... amazing. I love the way this world turned out, so that's definitely an S tier for me. Dang, we are hitting all the good ones right now. Alright, Dolium Auri. Yes. Wait. Yes. No. Yeah, Dolium Auri, which I think is Gold Master, Barrel Master, something like that. I don't know. Whatever. This world was for the Sacred Barrel Challenge, which is by far the best challenge. It had not nearly as many members as the Castle Challenge. I forgot to mention, this was for the Castle Challenge, and this was for the Western Challenge, and these both had tons of participants. This one had a lot of participants. I think it was also... No, that was the Castle Challenge. The first challenge with a dev to participate. But this was for the Sacred Barrel Challenge, which was by far the most memeable challenge, and Janish almost participated in it. Why didn't you participate, Janish? That would have been amazing. But it was to celebrate barrels, which is the meme behind the game, which, well, I thought was hilarious. This world, the world itself, I like. The barrel pillars and the interior of the building was really fun to do, with a barrel on the throne. The deserted but also forested, like jungle, barren jungle island kind of vibe it gives me with the two mountains on either side. I really like how it's like a canyon in the middle on an island with the arches and stuff. I really like the landscape for this build, so that's definitely going to give it points. The barrel temple looks okay. It could have been done a bit better, I think, especially with the vertical rotation. But for how it was done at the time, I really liked the way it turned out with all the bricks and stuff, and then the statues and the fire and the lighting, and then the garden in the back, and everything praising the barrels. I really like the interior, again, really sweet. So I like this build a lot. Is it worthy of S tier? That is, I really like it. Like, every time I look at this build, I'm like, oh yeah, I love that world. But really thinking about it, is it worth the S tier? I don't know, man. Is it, I'm gonna have to put it here, yeah, in best. Formigelosis, now that I'm looking back at Formigelosis, I'm probably gonna move Formigelosis down into good, right behind Primus Homo. But yeah, this world, so good, but just not as good as it doesn't have enough to compete with these ones in my, does it? I don't know, man. This is so hard. You know, yeah, I'm going to put it in there. I'm going to put it above Viridi. I'm going to put it in here. Yep, definitely worthy of S tier. Well, that was a fast decision. Okay, now this tier is empty. Will it remain empty? I don't know. As for the next world, Spinzax. This was for Hydra's, or Nathan's, or whatever you want to call them. I don't know what to call him at this point. This was for his challenge, I think it was like the Outer Space Challenge or something. And I just built like a slimy swamp planet that's very barren. It has a little alien in some stuff. Doesn't sound too good at first. It looks pretty nice. You're like, okay, but it's not. You're like, okay, it looks pretty good, but it's not too detailed, and it's not worthy of really anything, right? Wrong. This inspired Planets of Pocket build, where this is how I got the idea for Planets of Pocket build, which is by far one of the greatest additions to my channel, in my opinion. I absolutely love the series. Check it out in the top right. Beautiful. And this inspired that. So just because of what it created, I'm gonna put it in the best tier, because the world itself, I really like. I think the vibe that it gives off is really nice. And then what it inspired is, of course, amazing. This next one, it's alright. I don't really like this world, but it's not a bad world. This was when Underdogs was still a thing, rest in peace. People were trying to make fan-made maps in Pocket Build, because a lot of Underdogs players didn't even know that this game existed, Pocket and Super Build. They didn't know it existed. So when they found it, they were like, oh wow, cool, it's a building game. They were giving it tries and stuff, you know, because they liked Underdogs. They're like, maybe I'll like the other work of this game company that I've happened upon. And so they tried Pocket Build, and people were building maps and stuff, and that inspired me. And so I tried building my own. And I think this one's called Westland. I don't know the name of a lot of my smaller worlds, but I don't like it enough because there's like barely any detail, because it's meant for Underdogs, which the maps themselves don't actually have too much detail. If you were to build them in Pocket Build and recreate them, they actually wouldn't have what you would consider detail in Pocket Build, I guess. But I like the world. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, we'll just put it in average, because it's okay, and that's really all it's worth. 2D world, that's spelled funnily. This world, nothing special, nothing over the top special, but it's not like garbage. So, you know, it's just lightsabers that I made for the 2D challenge, and I like it. It didn't take me very long, but I like the way it turned out, and it looks pretty sweet. I'm gonna pop it in, I'll put it in good. I'll put it in good. I like the aesthetic it has, and the minor things, because I've always loved customizing I'm a big Star Wars nerd, if you couldn't tell, and I absolutely love customizing like my own lightsabers and stuff, so it was really fun to kind of think about that and just create one or multiple, I should say, in Pocket Build. So that was pretty fun. Is it worthy of good? Yeah, I like it. I like it. It's a cool world. Next up is Zoom, and this was for the spaceship challenge in my Discord. Link in the description. And this is what I made, and I like it. Vertical rotation. This was my first finished world with vertical rotation. Wow, this was actually very recent as well. Well, I mean, vertical rotation was recent as well, so I shouldn't say that. But this world, I like this build. This build is very fancy. I like the little spaceship. It doesn't look too good. It's very messy, very haphazard. It didn't take a lot of time, but I like the way it turned out. I think it's, is it good? Is it worthy of good? That's directly underneath these. Is it more like, yeah, it's more on par with the good tier. So I'll put it in here. I like it. I'm fond of it. Finally, the microwave, which is out by now. Yes. I like the microwave. I think it looks okay. After reading the comments on the video, I realized I forgot a start button, man. How are you gonna start a microwave without a start button? Like, it's not gonna happen, man. It's not gonna happen. The Easter eggs are cool, like the flag, the sticker on the side made with the slides is my logo, and then the 013 is also Lord Pixel, you know, you get the drift. But the microwave itself is so, like, bare bones. Like, I could have done so much more with it, so much decor. I mean, it was for a short video, but I don't think it turned out as well as people were hoping, and the fact that I made it with just tiles is kind of boring. So, I'm just gonna put it in average, because I don't think it's too good. I don't think it turned out that great, but it's better than Shivra. Is it? Shivra looks better than it, actually. Shivra looks better. It's just because I don't like how Shivra turned out. But this does not look good at all. Yeah, I think it's going down there. If you guys like it, then good for you, but I'm kind of disappointed. Either way, that is it for this tier list. Let me know your thoughts and what you agree and disagree with, where you would put certain things, what you would put in the S tier out of these builds. What would you put in the S tier? Please comment that down below if you want to, of course. And besides that, have a fantastic day, and that's all I have for you. I will see you later. Goodbye.